What's up, you guys? How y'all doing? It's Zoom, and I'm back for another video. So, we have this new subject that they're trying to push on, which is the fake, I guess, the fake wokeness of the internet that, came, ever since the 2020, situation. Now they're coming up with this shit, talking about it's a sign or something. Look, this is the same bullshit they've been saying in the Bible. All types of shit is gonna come out, talking about it's God and shit and all that kind of stuff. Of course, they're trying to push you towards the same fucking goal, which is the devil, because the devil is the one making all these fucking religions, all these beliefs, trying to, because the best way to get you away from yourself is just have you, chasing shit that just don't make sense, and you should just not be, because those things are just draining. You feel me? Because like most religions will teach you to give out your energy to an entity. You feel me? So then you're all drained, and you wonder why you can't understand shit in your life. Your powers don't work. You don't have any of that. It's a whole fucking plan that they have. But now we have a rare white Iberian Lynx. This is the stupidest shit I've seen, bro. I woke up today, I was just, you know, walking on Instagram and found this. So we got a rare Iberian Lynx captured on film in Spain, amateur photographer. Okay. So you're telling me this is just a random find? So you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand something first about this thing is that they're able to do this shit to you because they got y'all in cities. You feel me? So they made up these cities, this way of life. So you're away from everything. So everything that's like within your zone is controlled. So anything that happens, and I can bet you this same shit is controlled too, because everything in this environment is controlled. So now we got researchers investigating about the environmental factors that may have affected this female animal pigmentation. Because I know, on YouTube they're telling you, they have a whole, class about this, teaching people. I guess people all of a sudden, okay, getting some bullshit off of this video. You feel me? Cause now it's like, dude was just, I guess, working. So since not many people go out in the nature no more and stuff, of course this is gonna seem different to you. You feel me? If it's somebody that goes to this place, these forests and shit every day, it's not. This is not gonna be no, what I'm saying, new shit to them, shock or something. It's just gonna be for you because you're in the city. They already know that. You feel me? And it looks ridiculous. You feel me? The way they're talking about this. These I think it's like old show called Most Expensive Shit, by hosted by um Two Chains. So Two Chains was there showing people, all kinds of stuff like cats, cats that are super expensive, like 25,000, each. And they would show you basically they have these labs where they do all this kind of genetic modification and get this kind of shit. You feel me? Letting you know right now, this is a controlled environment. None of these animals are real. You feel me? Because you know what? You don't know shit about these animals. You feel me? They have to bring you somebody from Harvard and all these places that you can't access. You can't go to these places to even actually, see if the shit is real. If these schools are really like, gonna give you all this knowledge and everything is gonna make you super smart so you can understand why a fucking white bro. If you ask naturally if this was supposed to happen, it's probably like, I don't know, like the shit that like when people be albino people kind of stuff, situation, because it's like, and they call it like a sickness. So this is the same shit that's going on here, but this guy is here telling you about this shit like as if this is supposed to change the world. You see, nothing is gonna change the world unless this shit convinces you that it changes the world. Now you believe this shit because you saw a dog.
Have ever been seen. Not in a zoo, not a rumor. This is confirmed. Scientists are calling it rare.
Understand the shit he's telling you. He's saying that scientists are making research, and bro, it's just a random ass dude walking around in the forest and just saw this and like, yeah. You feel me? Because like, how the fuck these people randomly find these super mythical creatures? You feel me? And we're gonna talk about, the background to this shit, because they've been using cats everywhere with these rappers and singers. You feel me? We have a big representation of that in the Weeknd's career. The moment where people think he like had like a super change and anything, they started saying he sold his soul and all that stuff. Selling your soul is just some surface ass shit. You gotta understand these celebrities, and anything that they give you is created by them. It's controlled environment. That's why nothing else can spawn in this shit, other than all this weird shit that they got for y'all. Okay.
energy, y'all know exactly what time it is. Anytime the universe starts sending white animals that don't even make sense existing, that means the veil is cracking. The physical world is crossing over.
What is the like? This is the thing about the video though. Y'all keep like coming up with all these mythical, stories and shit, bro. What is he doing right now? What is mythical about this shit? And this looks human, but I'm gonna show you in a minute. This is just some bullshit predictive programming that I already did to you, but now of course you desensitized. Now it's gonna work on you.
Spiritual. The third and fifth dimension is starting to overlap, and things that weren't visible are walking amongst us again.
So the third and the fifth dimension, they're overlapping. That's why we see a white cat. Okay.
Now, if you know your history, you know exactly what that means. And
all history is pre-written bullshit just to shift your mind about things, whenever they want to shift the world to another, direction. This is why history is there. It's to change your mind about shit that happened at a moment that you can even fathom because you weren't even there. Then again, all of those things they tell you happened thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, bro. The average human can't go past 100. Remember that.
Indigenous cultures, white animals are messengers. They only show up when a major shift is happening on Earth. When the energy is changing and the truth about the planet is about to surface. Look at that shit right there. Look at that lynx.
Look like a regular ass cat.
Look at his eyes. It's ancient. It's been here before.
It's ancient. So what? This cat got 1,000 years?
It's not a coincidence right there. That's consciousness. That's the light body activating. The energy of creation waking up. Paul. And this is for entertainment purposes only. But they're saying that this white lynx is a spiritual being in animal form. And the crazy part, it's not just a sign. It's a warning too. Every time the vibration of the planet start rising, things that can't survive that frequency, they start to fade out. The darkness gets exposed and the hidden becomes seen. Jump down that rabbit hole. Do that research. So when I tell you we're stepping into something different, we are stepping into something different.
Yeah. Just stepping into some bullshit and some lies. Long as you got a dumbass brain, long as you got a brain that cannot see past this shit, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You stepping into some different shit, like for real. Now let's just look at the numerology with this shit. So the guy, basically the dude who found the fucking cat, is called Angel Idolago. So you got Angel already in his name, so you already know we're talking about some fake shit over here. You feel me? It's already, Angels. Wow. Lynx matches up with his name. Iberian Lynx. You feel me? So this is not no coincidence. And then again, you got Lynx, equals to 33. So you can already tell this is just some, devil shit. We already see the numbers in here.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Next IAS English. Today we're discussing a fascinating wildlife discovery. The world's first white Iberian lynx has been spotted in Jaén province of southern Spain. In this video, we are going to cover all the dimensions, the geographical context of Jaén, understanding the species, and everything that is important for examination.
You understand how complicated they're trying to make this shit look like? This is such on a high level. You can't understand. You need a whole. How long is this? 8 minutes. 8 minutes talking about this fucking cat coming from another dimension. Like that's crazy, bro. And it's at the same time they're talking to you about objects in the sky just moving around, show you some fake ass dots on the screen.
Point of view. So let's quickly get started. The first thing that we're going to talk about is the unique discovery. Now let's understand what is this unique discovery. Now, this one mythical creature was photographed by a nature photographer, and the images quickly went viral across.
So it's always these nature photographers was gonna find. He was so lucky, yo. He found a white cat. Like this is
the world.
Crazy.
The lynx's pale cream white coat is due to a condition called leucism. This is not just a.
So this cat just came out of a. It's a discovery. So this is, I guess, their first time seeing this shit. So it come out of different dimension, and it has leucism or whatever this shit they're talking about. It happens to other animals, right? They said that plenty of times. It happens to other animals. So why is she using a problem, like I mean a disease, whatever, something they just created, but like this is something that attends to this world. And she's talking about this thing came out of another dimension and it's just gonna come and it's gonna have already the because this is they're saying is like a disease. So it's like a disease basically, genetic rare genetic trait, whatever, from another dimension, but it's a disease. Okay.
Visual wonder, it's an event that carries major significance and conservation significance. Now,
What?
moving forward, let's talk about the geographical context of Jane's Pain. Now, let us understand the geographical backdrop. Now, Jane lies in the Andalusia region of southern Spain, a mountainous zone that includes Serra de Anduzar Natural Park, a major Iberian Lynx.
See, natural park supposed to be natural, but nothing is natural about that park. All these parks they tell y'all about their animals and stuff. They know how many animals there. They know each and every one of them because they're gonna give you the names. They're gonna give you the weights. You know, it could grow up to this size. It could do this. It could do all that kind of stuff. And you know, like and we're supposed to be talking about a mythical creature over here. This is some straight up dumb shit. You feel me? This is the same shit they did to, you know, to this other country, you know, since now they're trying to put everything emphasis on Africa. Let's look at this other situation that happened in Africa, and I'm gonna come back tell you how it connects to this, cause now this is supposed to be like the poorest country. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And I could talk about the country because I'm from there, but you gotta understand what's going on here. This is supposed to be the poorest country. Let's look at the, you know what I'm saying, let's just look at, like, you know, because since they want to use ChatGPT and everything, let's see what ChatGPT can tell us about this country. So yes, this country is the poorest, you know, in the world. You feel me? Ranks, I guess, last. You feel me? 191. Low income, GDP, dependence on agriculture, population growth, has one of the highest birth rates, but it's the poorest country in the world. So, you know, and then again, we're not even able to feed our people. You feel me? You know, and all of this shit, you feel me? All of this crap, you feel me? That can be, you know, changed and, you know, put into other things. And now you got just random ass niggas in this poor ass country. They, you know, of course, America has a lot of interest in, but that's where they do a lot of the fake stuff, you feel me? Recently talking about their military, you know, just disappearing off the face of the country, you feel me? And everybody feels like they're just gonna leave now. They're still there. It's just that you don't understand how big this shit is. So now they're saying that basically somebody found a meteorite. You feel me? In this country, you feel me? Like this is crazy because the way the story goes is like there was this villager walking around in the desert, and then you just happen to stumble upon, you feel me, a fucking meteorite. How the fuck did he know that it was a meteorite? Because I can tell you, these fucking villagers all the way up there in Agadez, them niggas don't know. They don't know about spaceship, SpaceX, and all this shit. So how the fuck he just walking around and he saw a rock like this, like they're showing on the picture, right? He saw that and it was like it was a meteorite. And then again, this shit was sold for $5 million in New York in July this year. This is supposed to be the poorest country in the world. So I have a question. If we have rocks worth $5 million, just right there sitting in the desert, you feel me? Why we can't just go get them and sell them? You feel me? This is how I can tell this is fake. And again, showing y'all again the truth about Africa that they keep telling y'all is the motherland, it's the this, is the that. It's all motherfucking lies. They're telling y'all they got these rocks, and basically they tell y'all that we're so stupid that we give y'all all of our best resources and we don't get shit in return. You know, the only people that actually, have something is the people that the gatekeepers, basically. You feel me? So everybody's like, oh, Africa needs to do this, and then they'll be, but we don't got shit. All of these things that they show y'all, then they go get those things from the fucking places in the world that they don't tell you about. The bigger map, the other places that you can't go to. You can't take a boat everywhere you want. You can't take a plane everywhere you want. That's why there's all this air traffic and everything. They own the air. They own everything. You telling me it's gonna be people from this country that's gonna find these things when they have all this technology to be able to zoom out in the sky all the way out in whatever galaxy. They can see all this shit. But come on, bro. This how you know the whole world is fake, bro. This is how you know the world is fake. You feel me? Cause think about this, like So none of the people in this country can benefit from these $5 million rocks. You feel me? But only Americans. You feel me? How the fucking rock got to New York? Wow, this shit is mad crazy. This is what I wanted to show y'all because they think everybody's dumb. You feel me? And it's really sad for this country because nobody really, like, most people don't even like see this. They didn't even see this. This shit is just there. You feel me? So it is what it is. Like, they're making fun of you on so many levels. Getting back to this cat, because all these discoveries is just out of this world. It's just some weird shit. But going back to this cat, this is some Egyptian goddess, because the Egyptians, they had all types of references to the cats and all these things. So that's just what it is. You feel me? So now I'm gonna show y'all why I'm telling you that this dumb cat, whatever the fuck they want to call this, rare Iberian, whatever, this is some fake, stupid ass shit. This is what it looked like to me, especially when it's going on social media and making everybody think the world is going through a shift. Look at this.
Need too much money to play with.
This came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it has to do with love of dogs, and we've well established your love of dogs. You love your dog.
Yes,
I
infinitely.
don't.
The basic dumb shit they got people on.
You do. I don't think your love of dogs extends to anything like this. Erica, a Japanese man, has
Relationship, but I don't think I love my dog that much. To 15K for this bullshit. And look at this. I'm pretty sure back in the day, like when this came out like 3 years ago, yeah, you could probably get around the neighborhood like that. You feel me? But also, you could get away easily with a costume of this quality. You feel me? On video like this. You feel me? When you see this cat, when you see this, look at this. You see this? You telling me they don't got enough money? Cause come on, 50K is a lot, but you telling me they don't have enough money to just buy something a little, just make it white, make it look like a cat and all that stuff, and that's it. Now you can come on the internet and tell everybody the world is going through a shift. This is the only like angle, whatever that we saw from this. That's it. And then I guess he's gonna disappear for another million years or some shit. This is why I tell y'all this is some dumb shit. You feel me?
Feline forms, she's an Indian girl.
So,
In ancient artwork, Bastet is typically shown as a beautiful girl.
So this is Bastet or Bast, whatever the kind of like the name that they used in in Black Panther. How they got Africa. When that shit came out, they got Africans and everybody black around the world feeling like something's gonna change or something's gonna be like in these movies. Africa needs to wake up. We have all this gold, underneath us, and all we have to do is reach for it. But bro, how many times for real, other than TV? Because you see on TV people saying they got gold and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I heard about the government also having this place where they found gold and then they locked it up. They locked down the place. They found you near there, they probably shoot you or something. And you're telling me that Africa is so rich, all we have to do is reach for it. Nah, bro. Even if they reach for it, you ain't gonna find shit. It's nothing in this ground. You really think they're out there in the ground just pulling out, dinosaur rotten bones and shit. And that's what makes the fuel for our cars. And how the fuck they figured that out? That's not a human being figuring that shit out, I'm telling you. And bones turning to oil, that's fake. How many times people try to dig and look for oil and shit, but it's only in the places that they already set up like that, because they accommodate those places, you feel me, to make it look like there's resources there. They plant them there, then they come film a video talking about, oh yeah, we found gold and all kinds of stuff there. You feel me? That's how they do this shit. You feel me? Because no matter how hard you try, you're never gonna be able to find these diamonds, these precious minerals and shit that they tell you. It's only them that can find it. You gotta understand this, and this is where all this shit goes back to, because we're looking at a cat right now, and it's supposed to be some type of spiritual awakening happening, but this is the same fucking game they've been playing for all these years.
The head of a cat. She is commonly shown with black, white, yellow, or glowing skin. Sometimes she is shown as a light-skinned European.
Look like most of y'all, all of them, honestly, all of those rap stars or female singers or whatever, all of those is, derived from all these goddesses and all this shit. That's why they keep worshiping them. They keep mentioning them in the songs and everything, numbers and everything, numerologies, everything with these people. So now you can see this image, this is a straight demon. Look at the eyes. You feel me? And this is supposed to be a person that you like.
European girl with long blonde hair and bright blue eyes. And sometimes she is often shown as a full cat.
So there you have it. You feel me? This is supposed to be a Egyptian goddess, whatever. They have a bunch of them. You know, I don't have to show you all of them, but this one was represented as a cat, and this about sums up everything they said so far about this cat. So this is just some other worship of the devil they want you to keep going on. You feel me? I just want, you know, people to really see these things for what they are, because this is just a waste of your time, an insult to your fucking intellect. Cause why the fuck you gotta start riling up your life? You gotta start like, cause like, you know, as a regular person, I would understand you seeing this cat and being like, you know, cause if you still believe in those religions, you're like, oh my God, God is shifting things. Maybe I need to change things in my life. Maybe I need to do this and do that. You feel me? It got you worried. Don't be worried about shit, bro. Just cause a cat show up on Instagram, you don't gotta be scared. You feel me? So, like I said, guys, protect you and yours. I'll see you guys on the next one. This was Zoom, and I'm out.